This is the first log of many. I was advised to do this. You're welcome. No, I don't exactly know how I'm going to be performing throughout these logs. However, my suggested schedule was Saturday to end the week off, Sunday to begin everything, and a midday I can decide on Tuesday or Wednesday to talk about how everything's been going so far. Settling on that matter, I will have to start off today because I held it off for Tuesday and Wednesday, so I don't really think this will help, but if it does in any shape, way, or form, I might as well just try it out. I can start off by just explaining the finale of this week in terms of how everything went down and went by. An attempt to conversation failed miserably. The program has worked fine and running smoothly as well, so there's no issues on that part. I just believe that it has come to a conclusion where I am a boring person by default. I mean, there's only like 4 things that I could list off of my characteristic traits, so it's not something that you'd want to think to have a conversation with someone. If we think about it, research is I like to work on myself, and I read romance books, and I listen to Katy Perry. It's that simple. So, taking all that, I don't believe that somebody would find it pleasantly alluring to have a conversation with someone like that when he has nothing interesting about them. It's always everything on the outside that people see, and then when you open the closet doors, when you go in the house, you don't fully bloom with your personality in mind. It's a shame, but it's something that I have to walk forward and take in because I have no other choice. This was never expected to be something that ever pivoted into the right direction. Nothing ever goes right with how things work and how things go. So all I have to do is just continuously attempt to try my best. And sometimes I don't know if I'm doing enough. Because I always feel like if I've done better before, therefore I can do better again. So the idea of me not doing better automatically comes into the fact that I didn't do better and that I can do better. Which leads me to the final conclusion that socializing is a complete waste of time. There's no reason for me to do it because it's always continuous attempts on the matter where my personality doesn't match with their personality and it hits a wall and that wall just erupts and you have nothing on to speak about. There's nothing important, there's nothing to push forward to or to continue investigating. It's all just an endless looping point on the matter where you can't do anything but fail again. And sure, you can say next semester, oh wow, that'll succeed. But all I have to do is just hope and continuously hope, but hope at some point turns into delusion. And I can't be delusional. I think my best bet right now is to stick to myself and just to enjoy what I have now. I have one friend, so that should be enough to pivot off 4 years And if anyone comes along, I know they'll board the train and then get right off it a minute later. In terms of everything else, I have not even begun to start on my quantum neuroscience project. I finished the paper, but in terms of integrating that onto the PowerPoint has been a complete failure on my laziness. That's my fault, and not actually doing something about it. Today is Saturday, just past my bedtime, because my leg really hurts, so I can't really sleep that off. And everything has kind of went down. Exams are coming up, and that's not really something that I would say that is stressful for me, because it's just physics. And then Tuesday is biology, and then the next Sunday is psychology. It's only 3 exams, and they're always piss poor in terms of the level that they put into the exams, because there's always just a bunch of people crying about the difficulties when it's not even that difficult as long as you just pay attention. But with how society is today, in terms of everyone relying on AI to just do their work and everything, you can't really blame them. Is that literally my week? See? Boring. I tried talking to someone, it didn't work. I pursued or attempted to pursue a social connection, and it failed miserably. So the next conversation, I don't know if there's going to be a next conversation. The program is continuously running. If the program keeps working, it's a Python code system where it's a framework where it just auto sends. But if that framework keeps running, therefore there's no conversation. So the framework can run infinitely as long as it hits if I reset it every time, it's fine. And the fact that it does happen is summarized by 2 weird things. Like, they could just block me. I'm not even putting in any effort. You have to take into account this is a program that's replying to them, because it's only 2 basic replies depending. If there's a question mark, then it's a Y, and then that'll just adjust itself. But the fact that the program's still running means, like, they just have to say something. If they just say yes for a conversation, I can say my goodbyes and leave, because why do I have this unnecessary need to always say goodbye to people when an ending comes? Because that's how endings work. Oh, why don't you like to say hello and goodbye to people? Well, I do say hello to people, but it's just the beginning of everything is hellos, and then goodbye is to end everything off. A special meaning to a word. I guess I just add a special zing to it. So I like ending things off with a goodbye. It doesn't leave any stones unturned or anything. It's just a new chapter in my life coming through. Get out the way. So exams tomorrow, and then log tomorrow as well, because it's Sunday, but I don't have to talk about that. Sunday is the plan of everything. Saturday is the end of everything. And the end of everything has been a total bust. This week, I wouldn't say it's been a good week. It's been a decent week. It could be better. It could always be better. So, I have a minute. I was told to keep these 10 minutes minimum, or maximum, sorry, 9/11. I was told to keep these a maximum of 10 minutes, so I should just do my best in keeping that level. Like I said, it was a decent week. Nothing to really report on the matter. I have to get started on my quantum neuroscience PowerPoint, and is that literally it? I think that's for tomorrow, I guess, but that's kind of pretty much it. Well, I don't know how this is gonna work, but if this does help quiet my head, then I will take it into consideration. Essay, more words, 237, 10 minutes.